Harsh Mystery, and this is my project on Simple Shop. So let's begin with the homepage. So in the homepage is where you can see all the products being shown, and then this is the login page where we'll get back later on. So first, let's start with the registration page. So this is the registration page where you can enter your email, your username, password, and the same password you entered before to confirm it that it's the right password. So on this one, let's start creating a random email. So I'm gonna put my first name and last name, and then you gotta always have @ so it knows that it's an email and not a username. So I'll do hm at let's say cool.com. So that is a valid email as long as you have @ in your email. And then as far as the username, it could be anything as long as it's a letter or has a letter or a number. So let's see. First, for me the username will be my name, and then let's say any random number like 123. Okay. So the password has to be at least 8 characters long. If it's not, then it's gonna give you an error, which you don't want, of course. So in my case, I'll have and then confirm the password. So I have the credentials filled in, I have the password filled in, I have the confirmation that it's the same password. This is my username, and this will be the email that I'll log in through. So then what I have to do is click register. So over here it gives me an error, which means the password that I entered was wrong, which means it will have you will have to fill in the password and email and username once again. So I'll do the same thing once again at cool.com, and then my username Hers123, and then I'll retype the password again, but this time I'll make sure if it's the same password. Okay, that's my password. Now I have to put the same password in, and if I don't, it won't match again. So I have entered the password in, and now I'll click register. So it gives me that this is registered successfully. So now what I can do is I can go into the login page, and over here I can log in with the username which I created or with an email. So in my case, I'll log in with the email hm at cool.com, and then over here it's gonna ask you for the password that you created. So now I'll put the password in, and then after you put everything in, make sure to see if it's correct or not, and then you will click login. So once it's logged in, you will take to the home page where you can see we have different products like pencil, TV, chairs, basketball, bags, shirt, pen, paper, fan, computer. So these are the items that have been added through admin. So now let's go to the profile page. The profile page is a place where you can change your username, your email. You can change your password if you don't like the first one, or if you can't remember the first one. So now I want to change it for now, but just in case, like I want to change my email, I'll want to add number into my email. Then I'll do that, and then I'll click update profile. It's gonna update the profile. So once it's updated, next time you log in, you will have to log in through this email and not the original email that you created during the registration process. So now this is the purchase history where you can see all the purchase item that you purchased. So then this is our cart where you can add items to your cart, and then it will show you the total amount of the item and all that. And then this is the log out page where you can log out from this specific email, and then you can also log back in. So now you don't want to log out right now, so for now we'll go to the home page, and then over here you can search up items, like for example TV. Then I can just click search. It's gonna search up TV. Let's say if I want to search up fan, then it's gonna search up fan. Whatever you search up, it's gonna come up as long as it's in the shop. And then once it's, if you want the whole item, everything, then you just click that, clear the item, clear the search result, and you will click search. So you will have the item over here. These are like the categories that each item belongs in. So let's say for example, if I click other, it's gonna search up the other items. If I click all, it's gonna show up all. Then if I want to sort the items by low to high price, then it's gonna come up low to high. So $2, $5, $20, 25, 25, 80, 80, 500, 800. So yeah, and then same with the high to low. So it's gonna show you the same thing. So now let's try to add an item. Then we'll go to the cart and then see if it worked. So first, let's say if I want to buy a bag, then I'll add to the item. Then over here it says the quantity of items you want. So for example, like let's say if I do 2, then I click this to go up to 2. I don't want 3 for now, so I'll do 2. Then I'll click update, which is gonna update the cart, and it's gonna change the price here, and it's gonna show you successfully updated to your cart. So over here we can also remove the item, which we'll remove right now for the sake of this. We don't want to remove it. So now over here you can just remove all the items too if you want. So now we want to add another item into the cart. So you go home, it's gonna take you to the home page again, and then let's say if I want a shirt, then I click add to the cart. It says this item is not in stock, which means the admin hasn't updated the stock, or it's been out of stock. So then it's gonna give you this message. So once, if you still want that, you can wait, or you can go home and click another item that you want. So let's say if I want a paper, then I go to the cart, I click add to cart, and then it's gonna show you the price. And then if you want to change this to a number of items you want, so if you want 10, you could do 10, and then you can click update, and then it's gonna just change your price over here. So then this would be a total after having 2 items. So then what you want to do is, if you want to continue, then you can do the same process, go home, and then you can click the items you want and then add to the cart. If it's not in stock, you don't want it, then just go back and then add the items that are in stock. So over here is delete all cart items, which will delete all the cart items. So let's see. So this will delete all the cart items. It deleted all the cart items, which will give you a message saying successfully deleted all the cart items. So then if you want to add to the cart again, then you do the same process, click add to cart, just select how many items you want. For now we want 1 item for a chair, and then you can also go to the home page again and then click add to the cart. This will add to the cart, and then for example now we want a basketball, we want like 5 basketball, we up this number to 5, and then it will update. So now we will place the order. So over here is the checkout page, which will show you the summary of the items you have bought in and added to the cart. So this will show you the price, this will show you the quantity, and this will show you the subtotal of the total items you have, and then this will show you the subtotal, which is the items in total items price. And then over here you can also go back to the cart and update the quantity if you want. So over here is the payment information. So over here it's gonna ask you for what type of payment method you want, whether it's Visa, MasterCard, American Express, anything you want. And then over here is the total amount you want to pay, or the total amount is going to be. And then over here it's going to ask you for your name, the last name, address, apartment, city, the state you live in, country, and then the zip code. And then over here it's gonna say checkout, which will check out and then place the item. So now we'll put let's say we want to pay by Visa card, then we do Visa. Then over here we're gonna do this, and then it's gonna give you the total price. If you want to pay more, which you don't want to pay, of course, so then you just keep at it as it is. So over here we're gonna enter the name. So I'm gonna enter my name just as an example. So I'm gonna enter hers, and then over here it's gonna ask you for your last name. I'm gonna ask Mestri. Okay, then over here it's gonna ask you for an address. You can put in your address in. So this is my address, so I'm gonna put my address in. Make sure you have the whole thing. And then over here it's gonna ask you for the apartment. If you don't have an apartment, if you don't live in an apartment, you can just put maybe a hashtag or anything, as long as it's valid information. So I'm gonna put my apartment 1C. That's my apartment. Then over here it's gonna ask you for your city, which is Jersey City. And then it's gonna ask you for your state. I'm gonna put NJ as I live in NJ. This is gonna ask you for the country. I'm gonna put USA as long as we live in the USA. And then this is gonna ask you for the zip code. So I'm gonna put 07306. So now I have filled up the information, and now we can check out. This will check out. So it says over here that successfully placed the order, and then over here it's gonna give you the order confirmation, which gives the total again, the same amount, the same information that you have seen in the checkout page. But instead of over here, instead of the information like where you have to put in your details, it's going to give you thank you for your order, a friendly message that tells you that your order has been confirmed, and it says your name, and then it also says enjoy, and then it's going to give you a little emoji. So over here it says the details is the payment which you paid with. So we used Visa to pay our payment of $1.50. And then over here it's gonna give you the location and then every information. So now since we have placed an order, we're gonna go to the purchase history. It's gonna give you the name, it's gonna give you the payment, it's gonna give you the total price, and it's gonna give you a little button that says see details, which you can click, and it's gonna give you the order details and everything. So now we can do the same process if you want to buy more items. So now what I'll do is I'll log in through the admin page, and I'll show you the admin side of this shop, and then I'll log in. So this is my admin page. It's gonna give you the same home page, but now over here it's gonna show me the edit page. Since I'm the admin of this page, it's gonna show me the admin page. So in the user page, the customer page, it says the shirt we wanted to add to the cart, but there was no shirt in stock. So we're gonna click edit. It's gonna give you this little edit page, which gonna say the name of the item, the description. We don't have any description for now. And then it's gonna say the category. We have it as another. So over here it says 0, which means there is no items in stock. So now we want to take that out, and let's say we want to do 50 items. So it's gonna have 50 shirts in stock for customers to buy, and then this is the unit price. Then we're gonna do update product. It's gonna update the product, and then we go home, and then now we can add to the cart, and then it's gonna be added to the cart. So then what can we then this is the same page that you can see on the customer page. This is the purchase history. In the purchase history, as an admin, the admin can see the different customers that have bought the items. So this was a previous example that I did just to test it out. So over here I had the name, the payment, the total price, and then the sheet details. So over here this was the customer's order. They wanted a pencil, pen, and shirt. This was the total, this is how they paid, and this was the location. So then this is the admin page where the admin can create a create a role. Right now I don't want to give any roles, but so like let's say if I want to do supervisor, then we're gonna give it a name, then a description, a short description. So like I'll say looks, sorry for the typo, looks for the products if it's in stock. So this will say a description of what the role is. So then we'll create a role that's gonna create it. And then over here it's a list. So these are the different type of roles that we have created. So right now we created supervisor, and then this is the description, and it says this is active for now. So this is a toggle button which will toggle like whether it's active or not. So since we click toggle, it's going to disable the role. So that role right now is not active. And then over here it's going to be the assign role, where you can assign roles to different usernames. So like let's say if you let's say this is one of my other account that I created just for a test. So this is my other account that I created, mystery 12. Then I can click search. So this has no roles. So let's say if I want to do admin, then I can create this role as an admin, and then I can do toggle. So this will be then created an admin. So then we have the shop owner action. This is the page where the shop owner can add products and add stocks and the price. So let's say we want to create an item. Let's say we want a case. Then you would write case. Then over here like a little short description. It can say the color, the design, the material. So like for example, I'll say the color. It's blue color with silicone cover. So just a short description. I said blue color with silicone material. Not cover. Sorry for the typo. Material. So that's the material. So this is like a little description. So this is where it says category, what category you want to put. So for now I'll just put it in other. So this will go into the other category. Then the stock. So we want to do, let's say, minimum 40 in stocks. Then over here is the unit price. We want to have a price which is affordable, not too expensive. So I'll do $10. So this will be then $10. And then over here is you can toggle it and say visible. So this will show it to the customer on the home page. to buy. If you don't want to show it, then you can unclick it and then it's not going to show on the home page. So for now we want to show it into the home page, so then we'll do visible and then create item. So it's going to create, it's going to give you this message saying successfully added, and then we can go into the home page. Then over here, so you want to be sure with the numbers. This is $1,000, which we don't want, so we can edit and then we can just do $1. Then it's gonna give updated, and then you can say, oh, this is $100, okay, which is not what you want again. So like, let's say 0.01. This will update the product again. Then it's gonna say $1. So then you can do, then the next shop owner action is to see products. So this is where all products are shown, whether it's visible or not visible, or you want to update the price or anything, you can do it as an owner. So over here, the clock, it says not visible, which means the customer cannot see the product. As long as the owner says it's visible, the customer will see it. So then over here you can also do, click the item, then you can see the more details of the item. So over here it's gonna say, if you give you the name of the item, the price, the stock, the category, and everything. So this is not a visible page, this is not a visible item, so it won't show you anything. And you can also click the product from the home page to see the information. So over here, this is a visible product. It is gonna give you the price, the description, the stock item, and then the category. Then you can also edit from here or add to the cart from here. So the next item that the owner can do is go to the see purchase history, and these are all the purchase items that customer have bought. So these were just examples that I did to see if it's worked, and now it has worked. So like, these are some of the examples of customer buying different items. So over here we can see the order name with the username, the payment, the total price, and over here you can see the action. This is similar to what customers can do. So this is a page that takes you there. So we go back to the see purchase. So over here it gives the username. So we can click the username just to see the username. It's not anything big. You don't want, I mean, you can see if just to see the username. It's not anything big. So over here is the cart. So we have added this particular items into the cart. Then as an admin, you can also check out if you want. So like right now we don't want to check out as an using admin. So we're gonna click delete items. It's gonna delete the items. So these will delete the items. So now if I go to my table with the order item, these are like the different items that have customers have ordered. So this will show the time they ordered, the date they ordered on, and then this will show the like whether they modified the item at this specific time or not. So this will show the price, this will show the quantity of the item, this will show like the product ID number, and so on. So then if I go to the orders table, then this will show the order table where you can see the ID, the user ID, the total price of the item, the address of the a customer, the method the payment method they use, the money which the admin received, the first name of the customer, the last name, and then the time ordered. So that's basically some little product table where the admin can see. So then if you go back to the home, that's the same page. So this was my little example of my simple shop and how it works. Thank you for watching. and then if I log out, it's gonna log out.